Hello, and a very warm welcome. I am so truly glad that we have this time to share together, to talk about something that lies at the very heart of a vibrant, independent, and joyful life after 60. Today, we're going to talk about strength. Now, when I say strength, I'm not talking about lifting heavy weights at a gym or running a marathon. I'm talking about a different, more profound kind of strength. It's the strength to lift your grandchild up for a hug without a second thought. It's the strength to carry your own groceries into the house with confidence. It's the strength in your legs that allows you to get up from a low chair with ease, or to walk on an uneven path without fear. It's the quiet, foundational strength that allows you to say yes to life, yes to gardening, yes to traveling, yes to living fully, and on your own terms. As we journey through life, many of us begin to feel this foundational strength start to wane. It's often a slow, quiet process. We might notice that jars are a little harder to open, or that we need to use our arms to push ourselves out of a comfortable chair. This feeling can be disheartening, and it can bring with it a quiet fear, a fear of falling, a fear of losing our independence. I want you to know, right here and now, that this feeling is not your destiny. It is not a one-way street. Your body has an incredible, lifelong ability to maintain and even rebuild its strength, and you have so much more power in this process than you might imagine. We often think that building muscle is all about exercise. And while movement is absolutely essential, it is only half of the equation. It is the spark that lights the fire. But for that fire to burn bright, it needs high-quality fuel. Today, we are going to talk about the fuel. We are going to explore 3 essential nutrients that your muscles are crying out for, especially after the age of 60. These are the non-negotiable building blocks that can make the difference between feeling weak and feeling wonderfully strong. This is not about a complicated diet, but about a new awareness, a way of nourishing your body with intention and kindness. Before we dive in, I'd be so grateful if you would share in the comments what being strong means to you in this chapter of your life. What activities does it allow you to enjoy? Your stories and aspirations inspire our entire community. And if you find this conversation helpful, please consider subscribing. We are here to support you with encouraging, science-backed information for your healthiest years. First, let's have a gentle and honest look at what's happening with our muscles as we age. There is a natural process called sarcopenia, which is simply the medical term for age-related muscle loss. It's a normal part of life, but its pace and severity are something we can profoundly influence. Think of your muscle mass as a strength savings account. Throughout our younger years, we make many deposits through activity and good nutrition. As we get older, if we're not careful, the withdrawals can start to happen faster than the deposits. Our goal is to keep making smart, consistent deposits into that account for as long as we live. This isn't just about the muscles in our arms and legs. Strong muscle tissue is one of the most important factors for our overall health. It is our body's primary storage site for blood sugar, acting like a giant sponge that helps prevent insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. It is the engine that powers our metabolism, helping us maintain a healthy weight. And most critically, it is our suit of armor, protecting our bones and providing the stability and rapid response we need to prevent a fall. Maintaining muscle is one of the single most powerful things you can do for your long-term health and independence. And it all starts by giving your body the right building materials. Let's begin with our first and arguably most important nutrient. It's one we've all heard of, but we're going to look at it in a new and more powerful way. I'm talking about protein, but specifically a key component within protein that acts like a master switch for muscle growth. We all know that protein builds muscle, but think of protein as a string of pearls, with each pearl being a different type of building block called an amino acid. For your body to actually start the process of repairing and building new muscle, a process called muscle protein synthesis, it needs a very specific signal. It needs one particular amino acid to come along and act like a foreman on a construction site, blowing the whistle and yelling, "Okay, team, let's get to work." That foreman, that master switch, is an essential amino acid called leucine. Without enough leucine in a meal, your body simply will not initiate the muscle building process efficiently, no matter how much total protein you eat. It's the trigger that turns the whole system on. This is especially critical for us after 60 because of something called anabolic resistance. This just means that as we age, our muscles become a little hard of hearing. They need a louder signal, more leucine, to get the same muscle-building response that a younger person would get from a smaller amount. So, the goal is not just to eat protein, but to eat high-quality, leucine-rich protein, and to spread that intake throughout the day to give your muscles multiple signals to grow and repair. What does this look like in your kitchen? Leucine is abundant in animal sources like whey protein, which is found in dairy. A scoop of whey protein in a smoothie or a bowl of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese are fantastic leucine-rich options. Eggs, chicken, and lean beef are also excellent sources. If you follow a plant-based diet, you can absolutely get enough leucine, you just need to be a little more mindful. Soy products like tofu and edamame are excellent, as are lentils, beans, and pumpkin seeds. The key is to include a solid source of one of these foods with every meal: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This provides that consistent, powerful signal to your muscles all day long, telling them, it's time to build, it's time to get stronger. Now that we have the building blocks and the foreman on site, we need our second nutrient. This one acts like the master key that unlocks the whole system and ensures the communication lines are open. I'm talking about the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. For decades, we've associated vitamin D with bone health, and that is absolutely crucial. But in recent years, scientists have discovered that its role in muscle function is just as important, if not more so, for our day-to-day stability. It turns out that our muscle cells are covered in tiny docking stations, or receptors, specifically for vitamin D. When vitamin D locks into these receptors, it sends a signal that helps the muscle cells function properly, grow stronger, and contract more forcefully. This is especially true for our fast-twitch muscle fibers. These are the powerful fibers that we rely on for quick, reactive movements, like catching ourselves when we trip or quickly stepping off a curb. A deficiency in vitamin D is directly linked to weakness in these specific muscle fibers, which is why low vitamin D levels in seniors are one of the biggest predictors of falls. Furthermore, vitamin D plays a vital role in the communication between your nerves and your muscles. It helps ensure that the electrical signal from your brain to your leg muscle is strong, clear, and fast. The problem is, vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common among older adults. We spend more time indoors and our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight as we age. While some foods contain vitamin D, like fatty fish, fortified milk and yogurt, and egg yolks, it is very difficult to get enough from diet alone. For this reason, vitamin D is one of the few nutrients where supplementation is often necessary for seniors. It is so important to know your levels. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test to check your vitamin D. Based on that result, they can recommend a safe and appropriate supplement dose for you. Ensuring you have optimal vitamin D levels is like turning on the power to your entire muscular system, making sure your muscles can hear the signals to be strong and react quickly. We have our building blocks with leucine-rich protein. We have our master key with vitamin D. Now, for our third and final nutrient, we need the protector and the enhancer. We need something that creates a healing environment for our muscles to thrive in. I am talking about omega-3 fatty acids. When we think of omega-3s, we often think of brain and heart health, and they are superstars in those areas. But their role in preserving and building muscle in seniors is a game changer. Their primary superpower here is their ability to fight chronic, low-grade inflammation. As we've discussed before, this type of inflammation is like a constant, smoldering fire in the body. This inflammatory state actually accelerates muscle breakdown. It creates a hostile environment where your muscles are constantly being damaged and are less able to repair themselves. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA found in fatty fish, are the most powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients we can consume. They act like firefighters, calming that inflammation and creating a peaceful, healing environment where your muscles are protected from this constant, low-grade damage. But they do something else that is truly remarkable. They make your muscles smarter. Recent research has shown that a higher intake of omega-3s can actually improve the sensitivity of your muscle cells to that protein and leucine we talked about earlier. Think of it like this. Omega-3s help to upgrade the antenna on your muscle cells. With a better antenna, the muscle can hear the muscle-building signal from leucine more clearly. This means that the protein you eat becomes more effective. You get more muscle-building bang for your buck. This is incredibly important for overcoming that anabolic resistance we talked about. Omega-3s help your muscles listen and respond to the call to grow stronger. The best sources of these powerful omega-3s are fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aiming for at least 2 servings per week can make a profound difference. If you're not a fan of fish, plant-based sources like walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are also wonderful, though they contain a different type of omega-3 that the body must convert. For many seniors, a high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplement can be a very wise choice to ensure you're getting a potent, anti-inflammatory dose each day. So there they are, our magnificent trio: leucine-rich protein to provide the building blocks and the signal to build, vitamin D to unlock the muscle cells and ensure swift communication, and omega-3s to protect the muscles from inflammation and make them more responsive to the call to grow. Of course, these powerful nutrients are the fuel and the materials, but they need a reason to be put to work. The most loving and effective way to do this is through gentle, consistent movement. This is the unbeatable partnership. You feed your muscles, and then you use them. This sends the loudest possible signal for them to grow stronger. This doesn't mean you need a gym membership. Simple resistance exercises at home are wonderfully effective. Things like standing up and sitting down from a sturdy chair several times, doing wall push-ups, or using light resistance bands for leg extensions and curls. Even just a daily walk helps to maintain the muscle you have. When you combine this gentle movement with a diet rich in our 3 key nutrients, you are creating the perfect recipe for regaining strength. My deepest hope is that this conversation has filled you with a sense of possibility. Your strength is not a memory, it is a potential waiting to be nourished. By focusing on these 3 foundational nutrients, you are taking a powerful, proactive, and loving step towards a future with more confidence, more freedom, and more joy in movement. You are making deposits into your strength savings account. As always, this information is for educational purposes and is designed to empower you in your health journey. Please, before starting any new supplement regimen, especially with vitamin D or omega-3s, speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you determine the right approach for your unique and individual needs. Thank you for your time and your trust today. You deserve to feel strong, stable, and capable. Nourish your body with these incredible nutrients, move it with kindness, and watch as you reclaim the strength that has been there all along. Take wonderful care.